5:45 p.m. Good evening, everybody. This is the Board of Commissioners special meeting, first reading and public hearing on FY24 millage rate and FY 2024 budget agenda. Can we have a roll call, please?
Mayor Rostick,
Present.
Vice Mayor Kerr,
Here.
Commissioner Taglerini,
Here.
Commissioner McGeehan,
Here.
Commissioner Brooks. Here. All are present.
Thank you. Is there any public comment on any items that are not on the agenda at this time? Okay, we'll go next to public hearings. First reading and public hearing on FY 2024 millage rate and FY 2024 tentative budget.
Mayor, these are two separate ordinances, so we'll need two public hearings. I'm going to go ahead and read the first ordinance in its entirety, and then we'll have the public hearing, the vote, and then we'll go to the next one.
Thank you.
So this is ordinance 2023-31, an ordinance of the city of Madeira Beach, Florida, establishing the tentative millage rate for the fiscal year 2024, providing and announcing the name of the taxing authority, the rollback millage rate, the percentage increase over the rollback millage rate, and the millage rate to be levied, and providing for an effective date. Whereas Florida statutes 200.065 requires the adoption of the millage rate by separate vote and prior to the adoption of the budget. And whereas Florida statutes 200.065 requires that prior to adoption of the millage levy ordinance, the following be publicly announced: the name of the taxing authority, the rollback millage rate, the percentage increase over the rollback millage rate, and the millage rate to be levied. And whereas in no event may the millage rate adopted exceed the millage rate tentatively adopted. Now therefore be it ordained by the Board of Commissioners of the city of Madeira Beach, Florida, that section number 1, the name of the taxing authority is the city of Madeira Beach. Section 2, the rollback millage rate for fiscal year 2024 is 2.4272 per $1,000. Section 3, the fiscal year 2024 proposed millage rate is 13.30% higher than the rollback rate. Section 4, the millage rate to be levied for the fiscal year 2024 shall be 2.7500 per $1,000. Section 5, this ordinance shall become effective immediately upon its adoption. That was a reading of ordinance 2023-31 in its entirety.
Thank you. Is there any public comment on this? Okay, public comment is closed. Commissioners? Do we have a motion?
Like to make a motion. Like to make a motion to approve ordinance number 2023-31, establishing the tentative millage rate for fiscal year 2024.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
A second.
Thank you. City Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Vice Mayor Kerr,
Yes.
Commissioner Taglerini,
Yes.
Commissioner McGeehan,
Yes.
Commissioner Brooks,
Yes.
Mayor Rostick.
Yes.
The motion carried 5-0.
Okay, next, Mayor, Commissioners, the ordinance 2023-32, an ordinance of the city of Madeira Beach, Florida, adopting the tentative budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1, 2023, and ending September 30th, 2024, providing for an effective date. Whereas Florida statutes 166.241 requires the adoption of a budget each fiscal year. And whereas the amount available from taxation and other sources, including balances brought forward from prior years, must equal the total appropriations for expenditures and reserves. And whereas at a minimum, the adopted budget must show for each fund, as required by law and sound financial practices, budgeted revenues and expenditures by organizational unit, which are at least at the level of detail required for the annual financial report required under section 218.32(1). And whereas the adopted budget must regulate expenditures of the municipality, and an officer of a municipal government may not expend or contract for expenditures in any fiscal year except as pursuant to the adopted budget. And whereas the city of Madeira Beach tentative fiscal year 2024 budget is balanced, is presented at the level of detail required to file the annual financial report, and shall regulate expenditures of the city for the period beginning October 1, 2023 and ending September 30th, 2024. Now therefore be it ordained by the Board of Commissioners of the city of Madeira Beach that section 1, the tentative budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1, 2023 and ending September 30th, 2024, attached hereto as Exhibit A, is hereby adopted. Section 2, this ordinance shall become effective immediately upon its adoption. That was a complete reading of ordinance 2023-32.
Thank you so much. Is there any public comment on this at this time? All right, public comment is closed. Commissioners? Do I have a motion?
I move that we approve the ordinance 2023-32, adopting the budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2023, ending September 30th, 2024.
Do we have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. City Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Taglerini,
Yes.
Commissioner Brooks,
Yes.
Commissioner McGeehan,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kerr,
Yes.
Mayor Rostick.
Yes.
The motion carried 5-0.
Okay. Time is 5:51. This meeting is adjourned.